Good evening. Today is 29 November 2018. I am psychic Violetta, and Leszek my son, is going to ask me questions. As an answers, I will see pictures, visions, and I will try to understand them.
Okay, so the first question happened this morning. Trump boarded the helicopter, and as he was boarding, he was asked if he was still meeting with Putin. They were scheduled to have a 2-hour meeting, and Trump said tomorrow. And Trump said he was still going forward with it. And then about an hour later, he tweeted that he wasn't going to go ahead with it. And the tweet was in a different vernacular than he normally uses.
Yeah,
too.
someone was writing for him. It was more polished.
Yeah. What happened in that hour that changed his mind?
He was sitting on one side, and then people were confronting him, telling him it's not a good idea. And then inside, he is feeling scared of that conversation, because I think he knows that Putin has so much, was relying on him. He thought that Crimea will be okay, those ships he will be negotiating. 2 hours meeting, that was a long meeting, and to cancel, he is afraid of Putin now. If Putin has something on him, Trump is scary. And he is so angry. Oh my gosh, I could see his anger. And those people are pushing his button, telling him you can't do that. He don't know, he is in between rock and hard place. And he's afraid that Putin will start drip, drip, drip on him.
If that's the case, what would stop Putin from doing it now? If Putin is being ignored, that's even worse, isn't it?
Now he will start it. That's what I'm saying. Before
You're saying that, is Putin going to start dripping information on Trump?
Tiny drops of rain, yeah. And I had that vision many months ago that I said that they are sitting on different clouds and Putin has control. Putin, that's what he did with those ships a week ago. He knew he is meeting with Trump. He knew he would get away with it. And Trump now is not completely sure that he has support of Congress, because about Saudi Arabia, they stood up to him. So he is not going to have support from Congress about Russia too.
Next question. Cohen pleaded guilty for lying to Congress and reached an agreement, a plea bargain with Mueller. Earlier today. How is Trump feeling about this?
He will be punching him if he could. He feels threatened. He is feeling like punching, like hitting, like being so angry, because he is feeling hurt. He is like a little kid whose toys are taken away from him.
Did Cohen agree or pleading guilty have an effect on Trump's decision to cancel a meeting with Putin today?
Yeah. Everything is swirling around him. He is seeing so many doors that will be opened by Miller. Miller will be opening one door after another, and Trump is on the plane. He is feeling vulnerable. Ivanka went to Mexico. Miller chose the best time to punch those nuclear buttons on Trump.
Speaking of opening doors, so Edward Burke, Trump's lawyer, on reducing property taxes, is under FBI investigation. 15 agents showed up to his office, kicked everyone out, papered over the windows, and several hours later they left with a cupboard or a cardboard file box, and a computer. Burke stated...
Only? I thought that they should take more.
That's what I thought too. It seemed like they were specifically looking for certain...
For some real...
Yeah, they weren't investigating him, they're investigating one of his... Clients, exactly. So, were they looking for his work with Trump? Is that what they were after? The FBI agents?
And FBI and tax.
IRS.
It's this wheel in England is that the huge wheel that people were jumping in it.
Jumping in.
No,
it,
going for right.
Yeah.
The one that the whole London you can see from. And it looks like they choose one of those seats to have a better view of everything, probably, because that's the wheel that I have seen, and it's like I never been on that wheel, but I could imagine that they are choosing, and when the wheel is in a progress, you can jump out of it. So whatever is there, they can see really very well the whole kaleidoscope of view. So they will have whatever they took. I think it's related to Trump. And Trump is now in the air, still flying. So they will be in control. And the dossier started from London. So somehow with that collectiveness with information from the dossier from England that Steele dossier, I think connection with that. I don't know why, because it was something related to Trump that he was under investigation. First, that's what started all about.
Mm-hmm. This question's from Cynthia Muniz and Janice Christensen. Who is QAnon? Who is that person?
Someone who is rocking the boat, and it's like Alex Jones, but Alex Jones is far away. Someone just wants to rock the boat. Someone who feels that making those waves is his cup of tea. Someone related to probably Trump and Alex Jones. That's propaganda.
This one's from Joyce S. So QAnon's tweets and Trump tweets seem to be similarly worded.
Whose tweets?
Trump's tweets and QAnon's tweets.
Oh.
Is there a personal connection between them?
When you stretch the ladder, you have a bigger access. So I think somehow I thought more about Bannon, but Bannon has better vocabulary. But if it is Trump, maybe he is orchestrating from the extended ladder. So that's for him, it's extended power, propaganda.
So it's just a propaganda machine. It's not a personal thing?
He's telling someone to do this and to do that. But no one else would be hiding. That person will be open, so maybe that's Trump who is hiding behind this, or maybe his son. It could be that Junior is behind it. Even Junior has better
Is Junior behind it?
He's coming to someone and, yeah, good job. So he knows who that is.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's like clapping someone on, oh, good job. Or they know who is doing this because that's their support. Before we carry on with the show, I would like to invite you to the private reading with me. Please visit www.psychicvioletta.com. Click Book Online, choose the type of reading, Choose the link, choose the date and the time. Fill out your informations. Click the Pay Now button with your credit card or debit card. And you're all done. I look forward to meeting with you. And now back to the show.
So Janice Canet.
Hello, Janice.
She says, you mentioned in your last video the ion plane of the future will use a web of wires. When you focus on these wires, do they appear translucent, like fiber optic lines?
It was something like that, I think. It was something, but I knew that they have very thin, it was thin wire with little color inside them. Yes, I don't need to go back because I have seen that. It was like fiber optic wires.
Really?
Yeah, like...
I just thought it was interesting because I didn't mention it here, but she also wrote that when they were investigating Roswell, there was fiber optic like particles all over.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Oh, can you mention about that drilling in China drilling in?
Well, you're the one that had the.
No, but I told you so.
You're the one that had the reading with the lady that mentioned it to you.
I had the reading with a lady from Australia 2 days ago, and she said when I was talking about Antarctica,
the spinning top.
The spinning toy.
Yeah.
And she said she knew right away that I was talking about Chinese drilling in that area, in Antarctica, because they are drilling and they are not stoppable because they do whatever they want to do, but they are looking for a lot of minerals. So, and she said it's that the sound is there and checking different things. So sometimes I don't understand my own explanation because it's just coming as a vision. Thank you for reminding me about that story.
Well, speaking of, there was another couple of questions. I forget who wrote them, but one was, is there anything going on underneath Antarctica? Is there some sort of base there or some sort of UFO activity?
If there is few different places. It's like they are moving from one place to another, like birds here and there. I don't know if it's only in that place. If they are moving, they are moving.
I'm not sure I understand. Who's
in
moving?
Oceans, the UFOs, if they are moving from one place to another. Like,
what did you see?
Like a bird's flying, so it's like floating different ships, the spaceships, tiny.
Underneath the ice?
No, from one place to another, so if they are there, they will go under.
Oh, okay.
They have the ability to.
Is there any ancient buildings there? It looks like there's a pyramid in some of those pictures. Do you see any ancient civilization that
were there?
Yeah. Structures?
Okay. We will have to go remove some part of the snow and then we will see more. So it is like the removal of the snow, the big machine, huge machine, and taking and then we will see things like even dinosaurs' bones or something like that. Different civilizations and so on are going backwards so far.
So clearly the poles have shifted and covered something up there. Will the poles shift again? That's another question from another viewer. I forget.
Oh. Yes, it's nice lineups, like those invisible lines of energy. So they will be shifting eventually.
Why are you so happy? Well, that would be devastating.
But I'm happy that I see something. You have to understand to understand what you see. It's sometimes like a little kid. I don't. It's when you ask me, it's always a stress.
Yeah.
to know what I see. And this one was easy because I saw a globe and I saw those lineups. So, yeah, I'm sorry if I'm happy, but it looks like it was already before and it will happen again.
Will it happen in our lifetimes?
No, not in my lifetime, for sure. And not yet. Not yours too.
How will the shifting affect human? How will the Earth shift? Yeah, the pole shifting affect mankind.
That's a question. My gosh. I see pyramids. I see people flying, moving up. So that will be different. Gravity even. Something will be related to different gravity in that moment. We will be flying, moving in the air.
So will it happen over hundreds of years where the gravity changes, or is it just
time is not easy to
No,
explain. In the universe, the time is. But I saw people flying and pyramids, and once I said that the gravity must be different that time when they were building those pyramids, because they were easy to build. And when they have that different gravity time, they might be flying and everything will be much lighter to...
So we'll use heavier materials.
They would need to, because they wanted to be grounded, kind of.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a great insight. All right, that's all. Oh, one more question. You might want to get the cards ready because it's for the viewer.
Oh. Oops.
That's enough, I think.
I always go for high. Okay.
All right. Do your spirit guides have an important message for one of the viewers watching this video?
It's for women. Not old, because I don't consider myself old. But woman who thinks that she doesn't deserve any relationship, so she is, but deeply inside she wants to have someone, and outside she's saying, no, I don't want anyone, I'm fine, I'm beyond that. No, don't lie to yourself. If you want someone, tell that. Make sure that you are still attractive, what you want to attract. Take that sign, I don't want anyone. Because actually make sure that you offer one the knowledge that you are looking for the Mr. Right, and you don't like to be by yourself at home, and you like to have someone more like a friend, not necessarily. And there is so many lonely men as well that would like to have a nice relationship.
Is there somebody in this woman's future? Like, is there someone about to...
She has to open herself, because if she is going with the sign, I don't want to meet anyone, and deep inside she wants, she has to be true to herself.
Well, I mean, yeah, but if you're getting this message, does that mean that there's somebody around her that's waiting for her to open up?
Yeah, he would like to climb to her window and say, come on. I will explain you why I see the window. In Poland, before the war, or even when I was young, the girls were not supposed to sleep with the boys until they were married. And some girls couldn't resist that temptation, so the boys will come through the window, climb on the window, or even jump to the window and knock, and will say, come on, can we have a a little chit chat. So there is someone who would like to climb to the window. Oh, he's looking at me, Mom. I didn't do that. I was not living in the house that someone could do that through the window.
Okay.
Okay.
You're forgetting how you met Dad for the second time.
Second time?
Yeah.
Oh, he was calling from I was on the balcony and
Yeah.
Dad was standing with my brother under the balcony, yeah. With your intuition, you are quite intuitive. You know that there is someone that you should open your heart to. So you are very intuitive and you know how to navigate your life. You know that you should go for compromises. You should negotiate that opportunity coming to your life because you want to have a partner. Oh, okay, this card is short. And you are thinking about this for so long. Why are you postponing? You are not going to be any younger. So go for the big change. It's not a bad card. Be brave. Go for the big change and let that person to come to your life. Joke about this. Make comments about this. It's something that with your intuition, you know you are stopping yourself. And negotiate with your angel that you'll be okay being in a relationship or even marriage. You don't like to sleep by yourself. You want someone to be in your life and change that paragraph. Close one door and open another.
One more question.
He is excited.
What does this person look like? Oh.
Okay. She's my age, darker hair, and she likes to impress people. She has a lot of friends, but she is giving the wrong information to those friends that she doesn't want to have anyone. With your intuition, look for the guy. You will be guided.
Well, what does the guy look like?
A regular guy. He is not flying too high. He is low maintenance. He is kind of shy. She knows him. She knows him for quite a while, but she's so afraid to even cross that path. Okay, are we done?
That's it, yeah.
Thank you.